அப்படி பண்ணுறதுக்கு மறந்துட்டீங்க, அதில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணலை, வரேன் போகிறேன் பெஞ்சை தேய்ச்சேன், இந்த கஃபேலலாம் டீ காஃபி குடித்தேன் உட்காந்தேன் போனேன்னு இருந்தீங்கன்னா ஒன்றும் இல்லை. நீங்கள் எவ்ரி ஒன் வில் கெட் அ டிகிரி அட் தி எண்ட். பட் என்ன லேக் பண்ணுங்கன்னா வெளியில் போய் ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்கில் செட்டுக்கும் நீங்கள் காசு கட்டி படிக்க வேண்டியது வரும். கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் மக்களுக்கு இது நல்லாவே தெரியும். ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேஷன் ப்ரோக்ராம் வெளியில் போய் நீங்கள் தனியாக பண்ணிங்கன்னா எவ்வளோ காசு கேட்குறாங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அப்ராக்சிமேட்லி ஒரு 40-50 இருக்குமாப்பா. சன் சோலாரிஸ், ஜாவா, C++க்குலாம் அதே மாதிரி தான் எல்லா டொமைன்லையும். லைஃப் சயின்ஸ்லாம் மெடிக்கல் கோடிங்லாம் போகணுன்னா 25,000 30,000 கோர்ஸுக்கு. HACCP சர்டிஃபிகேஷன் வாங்கணுன்னா அதுக்கு. மேத்தமெட்டிக்ஸ்க்கும் அதே தான். ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் சாஃப்ட்வேர் தனித்தனியாக இன்றைக்கி இருக்கிற இன்ஸ்டியூட்ஸ் இருக்குது. அங்கேயும் போய் நீங்கள் படிக்கணும், காசு கட்டி தான் படிக்கணும். அப்போ இங்கே எதுக்கு ஃபீஸ் கட்டி படிக்கிறீங்க? டிகிரி என்ன கொடுத்தது உங்களுக்கு? காலேஜ் என்ன கொடுத்தது? ஜஸ்ட் டிகிரி சர்டிஃபிகேட் இல்லைங்களா? அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாது. எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ உங்களோட ஸ்கில்ஸை டெவலப் பண்ண முடியுமோ யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. கம் அவுட் வித் ஃப்ளையிங் கலர்ஸ். நான் சொன்ன அப்ஜெக்டிவ்ஸில் அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 10% புரிஞ்சுதுன்னா கை தூக்கலாம். 10%ஆவது நான் இப்போ பேசினதில் புரிஞ்சிருந்ததுன்னா கை தூக்குங்க ப்ளீஸ். நல்லாவே தூக்கலாம்ப்பா. கை தூக்காதவங்களாம் காலையில் சாப்பிடலன்னு அர்த்தம். ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு நம்மளுடைய மென்டார் வரப்போகிறாங்க, டாக்டர் ராஜேந்திரன், ப்ரொஃபஸர் ஆஃப் மைக்ரோபயாலஜி ஃப்ரம் PSG காலேஜ். அவரும் நம்மளை மாதிரி ஆரம்பித்தவங்க தான். உங்கள் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் நீங்கள் உங்களை மாதிரி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டாக இருந்து ஆரம்பித்தவங்க தான். இன்ஃபேக்ட் அவங்கள பற்றி சொல்லுவாங்க, ப்ரொஃபைல் ரீட் பண்ணுவாங்க. படிப்படியாக டெவலப் ஆகி அவங்களோட டைம்லாம் ரொம்ப கன்வென்ஷனல் டைம். இப்போ உங்ககிட்ட இருக்கக்கூடிய டெக்னாலஜிலாம் அவங்க டைமில் இருந்ததில்லை. பட் ஸ்டில் ஹஸ் அச்சீவ்ட் அ லாட். ஒரு டாஸ்க் ஃபோர்ஸ் மெம்பராக ஹி ஹஸ் கம் அப் இன் லைஃப். டாஸ்க் ஃபோர்ஸ் மெம்பர் அப்படின்னா எப்படி சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா, கவர்மெண்ட்டில் டாஸ்க் ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிற டெசிக்னேஷன் என்னென்னா, கவர்மெண்ட்டோட பிளான்ஸை கண்ட்ரி ஃபுல்லாக இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்குன்னு ஒரு கவுன்சில் இருக்கும். அந்த கவுன்சிலில் ஒரு மெம்பராக ஒரு தமிழ்நாட்டிலேருந்து அவர் செலக்ட் ஆகி போயிருக்காரு. ஸோ அதில் செலக்ட் ஆகணும்னாலே நிறைய விஷயம் அக்கம்ப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கணும். அது அகாடமிக் மட்டும் இல்லை, ரிசர்ச்லேயும் கூட தான். ஸோ இட்ஸ் பர்சன் ஆஃப் ஹை ப்ரொஃபைல். அப்போது அவங்க நீங்கள் ஒருத்தர் நம்மக்கிட்ட அடிக்கடி அறிமுகமாகறாங்க, இல்லை அடிக்கடி நம்ம லைஃப்பில் வராங்கன்னா அவங்கள ஜஸ்ட் தானே அவர் தானே அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நினைக்கக்கூடாது. என்ன பண்ணணும்ப்பா? பேசாமல் கம்முன்னு இருக்கிறடா தெரியாமல் இருந்துக்கணுமா? யூ நீட் டு இன்ட்ராக்ட் வித் ஹிம். ஓகே, though he belongs to life science, he has extensive knowledge in other domains as well, especially இந்த ஸ்கீம் பொறுத்து. அதனால் உங்களுக்கான டவுட்ஸ், உங்களுக்குன்னு ஏதாவது இப்போதைக்கு டவுட்ஸ் இருந்ததுன்னா இன்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். he loves to interact with people. அதே மாதிரி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்பாங்க, ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்கள். அவங்க கேட்பாங்களேங்கிறதுக்காக இந்த ஓரியன்டேஷன் தரல, தயவு செஞ்சு புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. அதுவும் ஒரு அப்ஜெக்டிவ். பட் உங்களுக்கு பர்சனலாக இதெல்லாம் சொல்லணும்னா ஸ்டாஃப்ஸோ ஹெச்ஓடிஸோ ரொட்டீனாக கிளாஸில் ஓரியன்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, பண்ணாமல் இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. பட் காமனான ஒரு ஓரியன்டேஷன் கொடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனுடைய ஒரு எய்ம். அதனால் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. லெட் திஸ் நாட் பி அனதர் மொனோட்டனஸ் லெக்சர். ரொட்டீன் கிளாஸ் மாதிரி எடுத்துக்காத. இதுலேருந்து அடுத்தடுத்து ஆக்ஷன் பிளான்ஸ் இன்னைக்கு டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. நாட் இன் ஹியர், பட் செப்பரேட்டாக பண்ணுவாங்க. ஈவெண்ட்ஸ் நடக்கும். கான்ட்ரிபியூட் யுவர் ஸ்கில்ஸ். தெரியுதுங்களா? இந்த ஸ்கீமோ ஃபண்டிங்கோ நீங்கள் இத்தனை பேர் இல்லாமல் இங்கே அரௌண்ட் ஒரு 200-250 இருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? நீங்கள் இல்லாமல் இந்த ஸ்கீமோ இந்த ஃபண்டோ எதுக்குமே யூஸ் கிடையாது. ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், யூ ஆர் தி கம்ப்ளீட் ஸ்டேக் ஹோல்டர் அண்ட் பெனிஃபிஷியரி ஆஃப் திஸ் ஃபண்ட் அண்ட் கம் அவுட் வித் ஃப்ளையிங் கலர்ஸ். உங்களோட சர்டிஃபிகேட்டில் நீங்கள் நாளைக்கு டிகிரி வாங்கும்பொழுது அவர் இந்த ஈவெண்ட்ஸில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணும்போது மேலே லோகோவில் Dbt-Star காலேஜ் ஃபண்டட் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்னே போட்டு தருவாங்க. அது இட்ஸ் நாட் ஜஸ்ட் அ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட், இட்ஸ் அ வெயிட்டேஜ். சரிங்களா? பொதுவாகவே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம சென்ட்ரல் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்ஸில் ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணுறாங்க, அதில் நீங்கள் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணுறீங்க. இன்கேஸ் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் பர்சனாக இருந்தாங்கன்னா நேஷ்னல் காம்படிஷன்ஸ்லாம் அவங்களுக்கு வெயிட்டேஜ் இருக்கும். நேஷ்னல் கிரிக்கெட் டீம், நேஷ்னல் பாக்ஸிங் டீம். அதே மாதிரி நமக்குலாம் நேஷ்னல் அகாடமிக் ஏதாவது இவெண்ட்ஸில் போனீங்கன்னா அந்த சர்டிஃபிகேட்டில் அந்த எம்ப்ளம் போட்டு வரும், கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியான்ட்டு. அதே மாதிரி இந்த எம்ப்ளம் போட்டு வாங்கக்கூடிய நீங்கள் ஒவ்வொரு சர்டிஃபிகேட்டுமே உங்களுடைய கேரியருக்கு ரொம்ப பயனுள்ளதாக இருக்கும். தயவு செஞ்சு லைட் வெயிட்டாக எடுத்துக்காதீங்க. திங்க் இட் ஓவர் சீரியஸ்லி. என்ஜினியரிங், மெடிக்கல், பேராமெடிக்கல் மட்டும்தான் இன்னைக்கு சொசைட்டியில் சர்வைவ் ஆக முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறத கிடையாது. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மிராஜ் இருந்தது, ஒரு இமேஜ் இருந்தது. அதை பிரேக் பண்ணி ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் கோர்சஸ் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் படிக்கக்கூடிய பிள்ளைங்களும் லைஃப்பில் நல்லா சாதிக்கலாம், ஒரு டெவலப் ஆகி வரலாங்கிறத வந்து எம்பவர் பண்ணலாங்கிறத தான் வந்து கொண்டு வந்தது இந்த ஸ்கீம்ஸ் எல்லாம். இன்ஃபேக்ட் இது ஒன் ஆஃப் தி யூனிக் ஸ்கீம். அரௌண்ட் ஒரு 30 இயர்ஸாக வந்து இட் ஹஸ் பீன் ஃபாலோட் அப். ஓகே, புரிஞ்சுதா? How many of you will interact with the guest? 2 பேர் கேட்குறீங்க, 3, குட், 4. நல்லா தூக்குங்க தைரியமா. அது யார் என்ன பண்ண போறா? காசை பண்ணலாம். இல்லை ஏதாவது கை தூக்குறவங்களுக்கு 10 ரூபா. ஏன்னா நான் பணம் சொன்னேன்னு வச்சுக்கோவேன், when money comes in for any action you will be undervalued, but when interest and enthusiasm comes in you will be in வேற level. சரி, thank you so much. We'll start in ஒரு half an hour guest வந்துருவாங்க. We'll start. Meanwhile ஒரு கைண்ட் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன், தயவு செஞ்சு மொபைல் ஃபோனை சைலண்ட்ல போட்டு வச்சிரு. அண்ட் foreign nationals, please don't worry because all my instructions were in Tamil. We'll have a separate discussion after the program is over. We'll debrief you separately, don't worry. You are also a beneficiary of this plan, and you will gain that benefit while you undertake this program at the institution. Okay, so feel free. Please put your mobile phones in silent mode. Guest is on the way. Please maintain silence, boys and girls. பின்னாடி Happy morning to all of you. Let us all begin this day with a prayer song. Please rise for the prayer song.
நீராடும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிகொழுகும் சீராடும் பதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டனிகள் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனன் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் தரிதனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனே தமிழனே உன் சீரிழமை திறமியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே.
Thank you. With this quote, let me start today's orientation program on the Dbt-Star college scheme. To begin with, I would like to welcome Dr. S.N. Suresh, Program Coordinator for the Dbt-Star college scheme, Rathinam College of Arts and Science, to welcome the gathering. So please.
So very good morning to one and all present here. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you and propose this welcome address. First I would like to welcome our most respected principal, Dr. S. Balasubramanian sir, to this wonderful occasion. And I would like to welcome our most respected advisor, well-wisher, என்ன வேணாலும் சொல்லலாம். நிறைய இதில் வந்துட்டு If you know the history of how we have applied and how now we are organizing this orientation programs, he is with us from the beginning of the journey towards the Dbt-Star College scheme. And on behalf of the institution and School of Science and the departments which has funded by recognized by Dbt-Star College scheme, I welcome our most respected chief guest of today's orientation program, Dr. R. Rajendran sir, Associate Professor of Microbiology, PhD College of Arts and Science. Welcome address irundhalum vandittu I would like to thank our advisor sir for guiding us throughout the entire journey of this scheme. So சார் இதுதான் ஃபுல்லாகவே வந்து கைட் பண்ணார். ஸோ ஒன்ஸ் அகெயின் on behalf of all of us, I would like to thank and welcome to this orientation program. நம்ம கூப்பிட்டு கேட்குறோமா இல்லையா, சார் கூப்பிட்டு வந்துட்டு எப்படி போயிட்டுருக்கு, என்ன பண்ணிருக்கீங்க அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு இதுலேயே இருப்பார். ஸோ we got such a wonderful person who is guiding us. And next I would like to extend my warm welcome to respected Dean Research and Development, Dr. KPV Sabaresh sir. And also I would like to extend my welcome to the department coordinators of 5 departments, HOD of Biotechnology, HOD of Microbiology, HOD of Computer Science, Head of the Department of Mathematics and HOD of Physics for this gathering. Also, I would like to extend to all the faculty members of the departments which have received the recognition, and most importantly, the beneficiaries of this program, Dbt-Star College program, the students. Welcome you all to this August gathering. So regarding the objectives, what we have to do, adella vandu sir will explain in detail. So with this small note of welcoming, once again I welcome you all to this orientation program on Dbt-Star College scheme. Thank you.
Thank you for the warm welcome address, sir. Next, the only source of knowledge is experience, as quoted by Albert Einstein. I would like to invite Dr. S. Balasubramaniam, our beloved principal of Rathinam College of Arts and Science, to preside over today's session. So please.
Good morning. So on behalf of the management, the officiating deans, HODs of all the 5 science departments, and faculty members, and most importantly the student community, I would like to extend a warm welcome to today's chief guest of this orientation program on Dbt-Star College under the strengthening scheme is Professor Dr. R. Rajendran, Associate Professor of Microbiology, PhD College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. I welcome you, sir. So actually, I would like to say 2 things. One is on the national context. The other thing is on this particular scheme, and the orientation, of course, sir will enlighten us how to start with, and then what would be our objective when we complete the 3 years of this Dbt-Star College support under the strengthening component. And actually, how many of us really read through the preamble of Indian Constitution? எவ்வளோ பேர் படிச்சிருக்கீங்க? For the last 2 or 3 years, when we observe or celebrate the Constitutional Day, our government, the government of India sends SMS to all the mobile users, informing them that they should read the preamble of the Constitution. எவ்வளோ பேர் படிச்சிருக்கீங்க? And take a pledge. When you take a pledge, you will get the certificate. இல்லை யாராவது இந்தியன் கான்ஸ்டியூஷனோட preamble படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? இல்லையா? So there will be a paragraph 8. I don't want to go in detail of it, but there is one sentence that is very relevant to today's gathering. That is to instill a scientific temper among Indian citizens, the citizens of India. And the entire paragraph to instill scientific temper among the Indian citizens அப்படின்னு இருக்கும். Actually, our founders, the national founders, they have the vision. The citizens of all the citizens of India should be literate, educated, and above all, they should be aware of, not just aware of, they should be instilled with a scientific knowledge, skill, and know-how, and the use of scientific concepts in their daily life, day-to-day life. So that is what it means by instilling a scientific temper, not just for the science students or those who learn science or get a degree in science, but as a citizen of India is a pertinent, the simple expectations of our constitution to have this, all the citizens to have this scientific temper instilled with them. And when we are going to get a degree in science, that expectation is higher. So in this context, the Department of Biotechnology under the Ministry of Science and Technology, they introduced this particular scheme, especially to implement what has been stated in the preamble, that is to instill scientific temper among the citizens. This particular scheme is intended to do it, to instill a scientific temper among the science students, so that whoever studies science, they will become the ambassadors for the rest of the citizens who may not have that opportunity to learn science. So that is the kind of responsibility the Constitution of India is enshrined in each one of us. As a science graduates, we should develop our scientific skills, knowledge, so that we have the better scientific temper, so that we will be in a position to make awareness, educate the fellow citizens in getting know about the simple scientific concepts that have been developed into various technologies that every citizen of our country uses in every single day. So that should be the purpose of it. And given the context, equipping ourselves in learning simple and complex scientific concepts and testing them. Just learning theoretically won't help. Testing them either in the controlled laboratory environment or in the outside or in the society needs a certain kind of tools and equipment. So that is where the support under the Dbt-Star college scheme under the strengthening component is eventually is going to do, and that is what we could receive from the Department of Biotechnology. So that is going to support in terms of establishing the minimal required laboratory conditions, teaching tools, teaching aids, and other supporting reagents and so on and so forth. Those will be covered under the scheme that essentially hope to enhance the learning outcomes of the science graduates. So I once again underline this, the vision our forefathers had in instilling the scientific temper among the citizens. I encourage the scientific student community here to stick on to it. First, you develop your scientific temper so that you will be in a position to create awareness and also provide whatever the scientific support that our society in a overall context requires it. With that, I thank the organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you. Thank you all.
Thank you for the invigorating presidential address, sir. Gratitude is an important human virtue. I would like to request the dignitaries on the dais to honor the chief guest of today's session, Professor Dr. R. Rajendran, Associate Professor and Ex-Principal, PG and Research Department of Microbiology, PSG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Please. Thank you, dignitaries. Let me quote the sayings of B.B. King. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. It is time to know about our chief guest of today's session. For that, I would request Dr. K.P.V. Sabrish, Dean, Research and Development, Rathinam College of Arts and Science, to introduce the guest of today's session. So please.
Good morning to all the present here. So it's a big challenge for me today to introduce our respected chief guest. I was given his CV, a short CV. It was named file. The name of the file was short CV of our chief guest. But I took, it's like more than 10 pages, and my challenge is to mention or introduce him with a short, but I will try, sir. Also, sir mentioned me. So, it's my immense pleasure to introduce today's chief guest, most respected Professor Dr. R. Rajendran, sir, from PSG College of Arts and Science, for accepting our invitation and being with us for giving the orientation program for this Dbt-Star college scheme. So his education started from 1987, received his BSc Zoology degree from PSG College of Arts and Science, and then MSc Microbiology from PSG College of Arts and Science. And also he received PG DEM in Environmental Management from Madurai Kamaraj University, and PhD in Microbiology, specialized in textile biotechnology from Pasteur Institute of India in 2006. In addition, he also received the MBA in Hospital Management from Malayappa University, and he has also submitted his DSc, Doctor of Science, in Microbiology to the Bardha University, and waiting for the award. His professional experience started in 1989 as a lecturer in Adibara Shakti College of Science, North Arcot, and then he moved to BHNSN College, Virudhunagar, and finally he arrived in 1994 to PSG College of Arts and Science as a lecturer, and then promoted as senior lecturer, then selection grade lecturer, reader, associate professor, and finally as a principal of the college, the same college where he did his degree. He served as a principal from 2012 to 2017, and then he is continuing as an associate professor in the same college. I think it's a fantastic experience that he have, and not only on the microbiology, and also he has spread in different areas, as you have seen. Awards and honors, with your permission, I think it's too much, seriously. I just want to highlight, he has honored with raining of awards. So, it's like 3 pages I have here, so I'm not going in detail, with your permission, sir. And also, he has involved in various professional activities, such as he has acted as a visiting professor, and in many programs he is an expert committee members, doctoral committee members, acted as a doctoral committee members, coordinated academic council and standing committee on academic affairs. With respect to research, it's more important to me as well. I think it's really, I feel we know how much hard we are trying to get a grant, right? By seeing his grant, he has received like 20 plus grants, research grants. You know how much worth? More than 300 lakhs. So I think it's really astonishing to see the profile. Also, he has in publications, he has like contributed in total publications 200 plus and 200 proceedings, book chapters 23, articles publishing in leading newspapers 10, and I think his H index is currently close to 30 plus. So I think it's a fantastic CV that the sir has here. And with respect to research supervision, he has guided and completed, awarded PhD degree to 19 scholars, and 9 of them are pursuing. For MPhil, he has completed 37 MPhil degree, and 3 are pursuing. And also in MSc, ME, MTech, MS, over 100 candidates. Finally, I just want to highlight, not only here, he also traveled various countries like Egypt, Sudan, Tunisia, Sri Lanka, Hungary, Mauritius, United States, etc. So I think it's really honored that we have here, and he is acting as an advisor, as our coordinator mentioned, for this program. And I think this will be a good start, and with his support, with his advisor, we will have many such things to our college. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for taking your interest on introducing the chief guest for today's session. Sir, I am sure that your profile is a striking example for the youngsters to come up in life with flying colors. Now it's time to hear from our chief guest. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Rajendran, Associate Professor and Ex-Principal of PG and Research Department of Microbiology, PSG College, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
இன்னொரு இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் இருக்கு சாருக்கு. As a beneficiaries of Dbt-Star College scheme, Sir he has been associated with Dbt-Star College for past 20 years. So he is the encyclopedia of Dbt-Star College scheme. So as a beneficiaries, if you have any doubts, you want to get awareness on any specific benefits, you can interact with the chief guest. So the main purpose of this orientation program is to get fully aware as a beneficiaries நீங்க என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கிறது தான். So we want this session to be an interactive session. So with SAR's permission, I request you all, whenever, then and there, you can interact with the guest. Okay. Thank you.
respected the principal, Dr. Balasubramaniam, and the dedicated coordinator of the Star College scheme, and the R&D coordinator, Dr. Suresh and Dr. Sabresh, and all the heads of the departments of the participating departments in this Star College scheme, and my dear young scientists, okay, young scientists of tomorrow. A very good morning to you all. I think you might be knowing what is the objective of today's program as such. So you know, this scheme, as your coordinator mentioned, you know, the maximum benefit is going to reach the students as such. So the students should first know what is the importance of this program and how are they going to distinguish themselves from the students of the other colleges. What is the STAR? Everybody is talking about STAR. We had an inauguration and we had Madam Garima coming from Delhi, and then we had a pomp function in this college. And then you can find that there were a lot of people who were working towards it, trying first time, second time, third time, another, and making to be very successful, and putting in the effort of all the HODs and all the type of your faculty members. And you know, continuously we were trying to have several meetings. And the culmination of all this is said to be the success of getting this program. And this program, the outcome of that is going to be 100% successful only when the students are able to 100% utilize the type of your benefits that you will be able to enjoy because of this. And not only students, you know that this scheme gives equal importance for the development of the students, the development of the faculty members, the development of the non-teaching staff. Then apart from that, the college as such, then the society. How you are able to transform this community or the society that is present in this geographical region, which in turn is said to be the major outcome and the benefits that you are going to get out of this Star College scheme as such. So that is the objective, that the first thing the student should know what is the salient features and what is the type of the benefit that they will be able to enjoy, and how actively you are going to put your participation into this scheme as such. Because you know, in every college, the success of this program is based upon the participation of the students and how the students are able to come out with different type of your activities, which in turn will be able to make them to get enriched in terms of science as such. And in fact, you know, we wanted to have all the first year, second year, third year students, and in spite of the space availability and other things, your coordinator and your principal were talking. So what we thought is that let us have a few representatives of all the classes of all the departments, so that you are now the real representative who is going to take out the message from us, okay? And you are going to spread it to all your other classmates of what is the type of outcome that is expected and how are you going to participate in this program and make this Star College scheme to be a grand success in your campus as such. Will you do it or not? Yes? Yes, sir. Yeah, so that is the main message. First you try to get out all the information, because you know that not all the students, because each and every student who's right from the first year till the third year of the undergraduation in all these participating departments are said to be the beneficiaries. And everybody has got equal right to enjoy the type of your the benefits that you're going to get out of the scheme. So try to go and spread this message and make the other students also to fall in line and to get involved in the case of this program and make this program a wonderful type of a success in this campus as such. So with this preamble, you know that already in the case of your inaugural function, we have congratulated you because not all the colleges are able to get out the scheme. Because the main objective is that selected colleges which are able to run prominent science courses and which has got a proven track record that this particular science department in that college has created an impact in the case of your science society. And as your the principal was mentioning, how the scientific temper among the students have been inculcated. Okay, this scientific temper is not only with that of your science students. You know that the scientific temper should be present even in the case of your arts, humanities, economics, and all these type of your students as such. Because without basic sciences, the humanity cannot exist. The life of every individual, you know that it is said to be based upon certain type of your scientific principles which should be understood by everybody. Okay, so the type of the scientific temper is the one which is going to be given more importance in this particular scheme as such. Okay, so let me come to the way in which I am going to give you the presentation. First I will be talking about the salient features and what are the type of the involvement that the students can take up. What is the type of your advantages that you will be able to enjoy because of this scheme as such. All these type of your aspects we will be seeing in detail as such. See the first one. See, all the students now assembled here, you all belong to the science fraternity. Why did you take up science? And that too, science is said to be a very broad domain. And even technology is also said to be something related with that of your science as such. Even if you take engineering, or even if you take medicine, or even if you take the other type of your the applied sciences or something like that, everything is said to be in the form of your science. So the objective of this scheme is to strengthen the undergraduate education in the case of your science education. Strengthening the undergraduate. Why should we strengthen the undergraduate students as such? Because you can find that nowadays the students taking up the basic sciences is said to be something very rare. You can find that students are not much interested because everybody is interested in taking up only engineering. But this trend is changing now. Why this trend is changing? Because people have understood very clearly that doing engineering is not the only type of your destination and that is not going to pay you in the case of your future as such. What is going to really make you to enjoy is that only when you do the basic sciences. If you do basic sciences, you can find that you will be able to very easily fit into various type of your the aspects in the case of your science and technology. Okay, and the students, they have a different type of your mindset. Whenever you finish your 10th standard, there is a dilemma. What to be done in the case of your next? Okay, what type of your group to be taken up? Even if you want to take science group, whether I am going to take up a pure science group or whether I wanted to have mathematics, whether I am going to study biology, this is one confusion that you all have. Till 10th standard, you don't have any confusion. And in your 10th standard, you know that you are all very clear that you want to get very high marks. That will be the only objective. But after 10th standard, there is a dilemma. Okay, fine. You all ended up taking up a science group in the case of your plus 2. Plus 1 and plus 2. Then after plus 2, another big dilemma that comes in your career as such. What to be done next? What I am going to do? Whether to take microbiology or whether to take biotechnology or whether to take biochemistry or with physics, physical sciences or mathematical sciences or computational sciences, what to be taken? Or all this science I am not interested, I want to take engineering. Or all this I am not interested, I am going to take up applied sciences. Okay, so there are lots of opportunities and then varieties of programs that is available in the case of your whole higher education scenario. But among which you can find that the basic sciences are said to be something very important. And don't be taken away by the people who are giving you the advices that take this particular program, take this program, go and join this college, join this program in the case of this particular college. Because everybody is commercial. Everybody is commercial. All the type of your the career guidance program that is conducted by the different type of your agencies, you know that they are all said to be totally commercial. They are misguiding the students. That is what is happening. There is a wave that is created in higher education. 1 year you can find that students are all going and joining the engineering colleges. And that trend will be there for 3 years. Okay, 3 or 4 years. And after that, all the students will be migrating only to arts and science colleges to take up the basic sciences. That is for another 2-3 years. And again, you can find that they will all be fooled, and then they will all go enter into the other courses. So this is a trend which changes, which is said to be something meaningless. This change in the trend is said to be the change in the mindset of these students, which has been influenced by that of your media, and which has been influenced by that of the different type of your people who are trying to give false career guidance programs that is being conducted in different schools and other places. Okay, but I don't insist that all these type of your engineering courses and other things are waste, but they are also a part of the courses. But now there is a mushrooming of the colleges, mushrooming of the courses that has been coming out. So what you really select is said to be something important. Okay, so that's the first one. That is the scientific type of your the breakthroughs that has taken place, and then you have to keep asking what is the importance of this science education, because you know that where, why, what, how are you going to deal with that, why the scientific concept has come into it. Okay, that is the one which makes you to be more intuitive, and then coming out with different type of your the inspiration and motivation to take up the science program as such. And science is said to be the one which is you come out with wonderful type of your ideas, creativity, which you cannot do it in the case of your other subjects. And science, you can try to implement any sort of your innovation, any sort of your new ideas that you have, you can put into it and then make them to be coming out with that. Okay. So this is said to be a powerful platform where you can find that an exchange of ideas, and then that is imbibing the different type of your knowledge that is being present in the case of your science. All this is possible in the case of this science education. Okay. And you can find that there is a changing scenario which I was explaining in the case of your higher education. There is a change in the case of your wave and trend and all those things that is occurring. Okay. And then there is always a competition that is going on between the engineering and then with that of your arts and science colleges, which I very clearly said you that there is always a change in the mindset which keeps them exodus or making them to migrate from arts to that of your engineering and engineering to that of your arts and all those things. Okay. But what happened is that, see, some 15 years back, there was a change in the mindset of the students, and then they were not interested in taking up the basic sciences in the case of your arts and science colleges. So what has happened? The students were all interested in joining only in the case of your engineering colleges. So that was a very big problem, not only in Coimbatore or in Tamil Nadu, you can find throughout India. Throughout India we had the same type of issue. The students were not interested in taking up the basic sciences. So at that time, Government of India very seriously thought about it in the case of your higher education, and then they wanted to come out with a scheme which they wanted to encourage the students to take up the basic sciences, and then to give the funding and then to support these colleges which are running the science programs, so that the students will be motivated and then they will be given a lot of inspiration to continue with science as a career as such. So that is the origin of this Star College program by the Department of Biotechnology of the Government of India. And talking about the background, which you know that the highlights which I have been giving you till time, what has been happened, this has been initiated by DBT. Why DBT? This is another question that might come into your mind. So you can find that there are several type of your agencies that is present in the case of your India, like UGC, DBT, DST, and then we also have MOEF, MOES, like that different type of your ministries and different type of your the funding agencies have been present. All this is trying to support the basic research and basic science education in the case of your whole India. Okay, and when this discussion was being done in the case of your Delhi, the task of taking up this program was given to DBT, because at that time we had one of our secretaries of DBT, Dr. Ban, who was the one who mooted out this idea that all the colleges which are offering the science program, a few of these colleges can be selected, and then they can be given a support, and then they can be given a type of your encouragement to run these science programs, and then to come out with different type of your activities which they were not able to do it initially. That was the main type of your the preamble in which they wanted to take up this program as such. And this scheme is trying to improve the critical thinking. That science basically means that you should have a critical mind. Once when you have a critical mind, then you can find that you will be able to come out with the innovative ideas. See, everything, unless they had a critical mind earlier, you can find that all these inventions and then all these type of your discoveries and innovations that has come in the case of your science and technology should have not happened at all. Why? Because people, when they were able to critically think only, they were able to come out with the new type of your ideas in science and technology. Or whatever the thing that we are enjoying now, the modern gadgets, in terms of even your the mobile phones, or in the case of your the laptops or the iPads and other type of your drone technology, and all these are said to be something, a critical thinking that the people were able to do it, and then they were able to try to bring in the innovations in such type of your programs as such. Okay. So this identifies the colleges with potential for excellence and then provides support for developing infrastructure. See, earlier what was not present in your department, this DBT scheme supports to develop it, and then it will be ultimately, you can find that the quality and the skill of the students and the knowledge of the students has to be enhanced. That is the main objective. Okay, next. And not all colleges. Students, please remember that there are more than lakhs and lakhs, I think 4.5 or 5 lakh of arts and science colleges throughout India. Okay? And among which you can find only somewhere around 300 colleges have got this scheme. And even in Coimbatore, you can find that there are only very few number of colleges, and that too you should all be happy that the number of colleges having this Star College scheme in whole India, you can find Tamil Nadu is number 1, which has got the highest number. And even among Tamil Nadu, you can find that the type of your place where maximum number of Star colleges are present is only in Coimbatore. You know why? Because Coimbatore is the one where the higher education is given very, very good importance. So you should all first feel happy that you're all a part of the colleges which have been present in the case of your Coimbatore region, where all the managements are trying to give in the quality education. Quality science education has been given to them. And you can find even your college, Rathinam college, just like that they did not get the scheme. They got it only on the third or fourth time. Fourth type of your attempt that they were able to make. First 3 attempts, that they were not able to get the scheme. But now, they have developed your infrastructure, the student quality has improved, and then you can find that they were able to introduce the modern type of your biological sciences, and all this has added value with the efforts that have been put in by your coordinator, your principal, and other people, which has made the success of this particular program. So first, students, you should understand that this is not a scheme just like others, where you can find that you are something different from that of the students of the other colleges who are coming out with these science degrees as such. Okay. Then you can find that it is said to be acting as a gateway, where you are trying to interact with that of your other students, and then gaining more practical experience in the case of your the practicals. Okay, and the skill development that you are able to do, which in turn will be able to increase your employment as such. Okay, and this will also be able to make the younger minds to get involved in the case of your research. See, why do you need a research mind? Research mind is the one which will always be trying to ponder into what exactly you can do in a particular subject. Okay, going deep and deep, and finding out what exactly is present in the grassroots level of that particular concept. That is said to be called as your research. So you can find that the DBT will also give you an opportunity where you will be able to take up different type of your projects, and then you can come out with that is enhancing your type of your involvement in the case of your research, and your research skills can also be enhanced as such, and you will be able to get the research grant. The faculty will also be able to get it. Next. And this is the map where you can find throughout India, how many number of colleges, of which you can find that exactly in Tamil Nadu only you can find the maximum number of these colleges are there. So among more than 4 to 5 lakh of colleges in the case of your whole India, only 300 colleges, and that too you can find that one among these 300 colleges in the India is said to be this Rathinam college. Yes. And this is again, what is the main type of your objective that the scheme has been introduced as such? See, this is actually to strengthen the academic and physical infrastructure, increasing your instruments that is present in the lab, and increasing your hands-on exposure. See, when you're doing the practicals, mostly you can find that sometimes there might be group practicals. 4 or 5 students will join together and then you'll be doing a group practical. Okay? But here, in Star College, what we insist is that each and every student should be given an opportunity to perform the practical, and each and every student will be handling the equipment separately, and then they will be able to develop the practical knowledge and then the skill, and ultimately you can find which will help in their employment as such. Okay, so you can find the hands-on exposure, and then it is also helpful in the case of your networking, and then strengthen the ties with that of your neighboring institution. See, that's what, you're not going to stop with only this Rathinam college. You're going to interact with the other colleges, other star colleges, other non-star colleges, even motivate these colleges also, so that they will also be able to get involved in the case of this star college scheme as such. So you have the opportunity where you will be able to interact with the other college students, and then you will also be able to interact with the other college faculty, and then you will be able to improve your knowledge in them, because your faculty will be good in certain type of your areas. So when you have the faculty from the other colleges, they will come out with different type of your knowledge, which they will be able to transmit it to you. So all these advantages are there if you have the Star College scheme as such. Then you can find even the faculty will also be able to get benefited, because they can also understand, undergo different type of your training programs. They can also be able to undergo different type of your developmental programs, faculty developmental programs, and then honing the skills of the faculty and coming back to that of your institution as such. And also you can find it also increases the capability of the core instrumentation. See, in most of the colleges, the problem is in the case of your science subjects, they don't have proper laboratory facilities. And even if there are equipments, you can find that 50% of these equipments will not be working. And the teacher will ask you to do only with 1 or 2 equipments. And the practicals which have been related only with these 2 equipments will be done with them. Okay? But here, this Star College gives you an advantage where all the equipments can be made which will be able to satisfy you to do the practicals individually, hands-on, with that of your core instrumentation facility that you are able to develop. Okay. Then you can also find that the access and exposure to the students to research laboratories and industries. See, this is very important. You need to know what is happening in an industry. For example, in biotechnology, or in the case of your microbiology, if you learn about industrial microbiology, never seeing a fermenter at all. Okay? Never seeing any of the type of your equipment which is present in an industrial scale. But you all come out with the Bachelor of Science in Microbiology, Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology. This is happening. Why? Because you have not been given any exposure in the case of your industrial field level. So what you do, this scheme will give you an opportunity where you can be taken to the industry, you can have a training in the case of your industries, and you can also have an internship in the case of your industries. You can have a workshop that is conducted by the industrial person coming to your institution, so that you will be able to learn the industrial techniques also to be present in them. So such type of your opportunities of visiting not only the industries, research laboratories. You know, you should know what are the research laboratories that is present in the case of your, at least in Coimbatore. And you have to visit all these research laboratories, centrally funded research laboratories, like Sugarcane Breeding Institute, Cotton Research Institute, okay? And then you can find that there is the Forest Research Institute. All such type of your institutes are there. What is happening there? How you will be able to fit into your job, or what type of your future that you will be able to get. Suppose if you do some research area in these type of your subject, all this you will be able to learn, and this DBT scheme gives you an opportunity for that. Okay. So devising the standard curriculum, this is very important. See, not the one which you already have. Once when you have the Star College scheme, we are going to give you new practicals. And we are going to expose you with that of your different type of your new curriculum. And then the new practicals that you are going to handle. What is that? This is to give you an value addition. This is to give you an extra practical exposure which the other college students are not able to get it. So this is one of the biggest advantage that you will be able to enjoy, because you will have more number of practicals, more number of the practical exposure, and developing your practical skills that is being present in that. Okay, and not only this, if you want to improve your library facilities, if you want to increase the number of books, okay, if you want to increase the number of journals, all this is possible through that of your Dbt-Star College scheme. And coming to exactly what is happening in the case of this Star College scheme as such is, first they make a change in the curriculum. Then they make the new practicals that can be introduced in relation to the new type of your theoretical curriculum that is involved. Okay, so new practicals will be there, because you cannot understand new practical unless you know the theoretical background of what is that practical and why should you do that. Okay, so first step is devising or changing your curriculum, improving your curriculum. Then what you do is that developing the infrastructure for that. You introduce the new practical. For that you need new equipments. You can get it from the Star College fund. You can equip your laboratory with the new equipments and then improve the infrastructure. Then what you can do is that sometimes the new practicals cannot be handled even by the faculty. The faculty will not be exposed to such new experiments. So what you can do, the faculty can go to other research institutes, the other laboratories, learn that, and they can do it by their training process, come back to the department and then teach it for the students. So the direct beneficiaries of this ultimately will be only the students because of this teacher. So training the faculty, carrying out the practicals, and development of skill of the student, and ultimately it increases the employability. Why should all get exposed to different type of your practical when you know new techniques that will help you to get out good employment, and you will be something more a cutting edge when compared with that of the other college students. The other college students, they will have only the ordinary exposure, but you will have a different type of your higher practical exposure, which in turn will be able to increase your employability. So even the people who are coming for recruitment, if you say them that they are good in this practical, and if they are good in the particular type of your an industrial skill, then that is said to be an added advantage, a value which will be able to improve your type of your employability. So these are all the benefits, the beneficiaries. Who are all the people who are going to get benefited of this Star College scheme? You can find that the first will be the students, then will be the staff, the faculty, then you can find that the non-teaching staff, then the college as such. When all these four people are able to develop themselves and then they are able to improve themselves through the scheme, ultimately you can find that the society will be able to totally improve because of this. Okay. So now coming to the exact type of your benefits directly coming to that of your students as such. See, first of all, what you have to do is that you should all feel proud. Okay? Collar தூக்கிட்டு நீங்க வெளியே சுத்தணும். நான் வந்து எங்க இருந்து வரேன் தெரியுமா? நான் ஒரு ஸ்டார் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து வரேன். Okay? I am graduated from a star department which is being recognized by the government of India through that of your Department of Biotechnology. So that sort of your advantage is na summa sollala. What you have to do is that even if you go for PG, higher education, there is a provision from the government saying that if you are coming out from that of your star departments, you should be given first preference in the case of your job. Okay? And then you will also be given a first preference in terms of higher education that you wanted to take up. So there are several advantages. We'll see one by one. Before that, my first message to you is that you should all be the real ambassadors, talking about this program to the other college students, and when you discuss with that of the other college students, you should all feel very proud saying that I am coming from a star department, because you know all your mark sheets and your grade sheets and the documents that you are going to carry from this particular college as an autonomous college, everything they will have in their emblem as Star College. Okay, which is giving you a very good type of your preference, and then a tag which will be having a good advantage for you as such. Next. And the first one is improving the practical skills. See, that's what I said to you. In most of the colleges, what is happening in the case of your practicals as such? See, I know, because with my 34 years of my teaching experience, okay, in most of the colleges, in the syllabus there will be 25 practicals, okay, of which the teachers will do at least only 15 or 18. The 7 will be left out, okay, and among this 15 or 17, you can find that at least 7 will be demo experiments. They will be just doing a demonstration and then they will say that the practical is over. And only very few practicals you can find that you will be doing it in the case of your group experiment. And after this demo and then group experiments, there will be only few practicals which you are doing by your own. Is it true or false? Yes or no? Yeah, this is the situation. But what we expect is that after this Star College scheme, you should try to have all your group practicals to be converted into individual practicals. Okay, you should do each of the practical by your own. Okay, then all the demo experiments at least should be converted into that of your group experiments, and you should be able to get much more exposure to that of your instruments that is being present in them. So I said I am with 34 years of experience. I have seen many of the colleges. I have gone as an examiner, and there are students who never touch a petri dish, who never know how to operate a microscope. They get their degree, they finish their degree and go out. Is it true or false? True. I can see. Not all. Not all. Very few students, they will take interest, they will learn, and then they will try to get involved in that. But most of the students, what do they do is that, what is happening in group practical, 5 students will be put up into a group. Okay? Of which only 2 students will be sincerely working on it. And then there will be another 3 students who will be just spectators. They will be seeing what they are doing. And once when it is 3:30 or 4 o'clock, when the college bell rings, they will take the bag and run away. They will never stay back. They will never be involved in the case of your practicals. In India, group practical I know that. Only few students will get involved. All other students, they will be time bound. Once when the college bell rings, they will take the bag and then they will keep running. That is different. Okay? There are lots of issues that is present in the case of your practical. So what you have to do is that, in the case of your science, your practical knowledge is said to be something very important, because theoretical knowledge you can learn at any time. But practical knowledge you can get it only when you have an hands-on exposure and you really get involved in the case of your practicals and you do it in the laboratory, without which you cannot develop your practical skills. So this is one opportunity where you can find you will have new practicals, you will have the laboratory infrastructure to be developed, and then you can find the equipments will also be newly there. You can operate the equipment by yourself, and then you can have hands-on exposure to that of your equipment. Then the teachers will prepare the standard operating procedures for your new practicals. And these standard operating procedures, that it will be given to you in the form of your handout, and then you can take it out, and that can be used as a document where you will be able to put it into that of your record as such. So you will be able to acquire the practical knowledge. So you can find that the demo experiments can be converted into group experiments, and group experiments can be converted into individual hands-on training. And not only in the case of your practicals. And next is research. What is happening in the case of your research as such? So research is not only with that of your PG projects, or it is with that of your PhD degree that you are going to get. That is entirely different. But the basic knowledge in terms of research should be put even at an undergraduate level. This is the objective of higher education. So most of the colleges, they have a system that they have a project even at an undergraduate level. But some of the colleges, that they don't have this project at an undergraduate level. Just they write some theory or do some practicals, get their mark and get the type of your the degree, and then they go away. Okay. But here in Star College scheme, we insist that the students should be given the research projects. And right from the first year, they should get involved in some sort of your project which you can work along with that of your seniors, learn the techniques from that of your seniors, who in turn will be able to learn this from that of your faculty as such. So this is what we call it as undergraduate research, UG research, in terms of projects that you're going to take it up, and you can come out with different type of your ideas where you can find your teachers will be able to mentor, and then you will be able to get out the type of your knowledge present in them. And another thing is that innovative minor projects that you can take up, then interdisciplinary approach. See, this is very important. Nowadays, in terms of science, they talk more about interdisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary, interdepartmental, all these type of your transdisciplinary. What is all this about? See, if you are basically a biotechnologist, or if you're basically a computer science person, how are you going to put your knowledge, in the case of your computer science, into the other fields of science? So that sort of your interdisciplinary approach is very, very important, which will make you to enhance your job opportunity to be present. See, if you are a biotechnologist, you should also learn about bioinformatics. And if you are said to be a microbiologist, you should be thorough with the techniques of all the type of your basic microbiological techniques, and you should also be good in biochemistry. See, without biochemistry, you cannot learn biotechnology. And you cannot learn biotechnology without biochemistry. And both without this, you cannot learn the other type of your microbiology. And without all these things, you can find that without a computer knowledge, a biotechnologist cannot exist now. So computer becomes very basic. Everybody should have the computational skill to be present in you. Without the knowledge of basic computers, you can find that you will not be able to survive. So nowadays it becomes more of interdisciplinary in nature. So that sort of your practical, that is projects that you have to take it up, where there will be an involvement of all the department students together, where you can put in your knowledge. So if you take out a research project, there will be a participation of computer science, microbiology, biotechnology, physics, and all these basic sciences will be involved in them, so that they will be able to come out with an idea and do a project as such. So it might be a group project, because individually doing that at an undergraduate level is said to be something very tough. So such type of your opportunities can be given only through that of your Star College scheme. And to have a critical and creative thinking, to learn the scientific writing skills, this is another important thing. So you can find scientific writing. You might say that I am from a very good convent and then I have a very good English and all those things. So that is said to be something, a decorative English or a flowery English. That is not going to fit into that of your science as such. For science, you need a scientific knowledge, a scientific English, a scientific writing skill, a scientific communication skill to be present in that. And that, if you are able to develop, that can be done through that of your Star College scheme. Okay, through that of your writing skill. If you have a good writing skill, you can write good journal articles. You can make your papers to be published in the case of your different type of your journals as such. Okay, and to learn the art of publication. When you learn to write, automatically you can communicate it to the journals and get it to be published as such. And if you have a paper at an undergraduate level, you know that your value in the case of your career or in the higher education is said to be something very high. See, there are very, very good companies when they come for that of your the campus interview, okay, in a campus placement, and if you say that at an undergraduate level I have got a paper published in one of the best journals, and if you show your paper, you can find that they will be highly impressed, and they will say that okay, you have got some sort of your research input in you, and then they will try to give you a preference in the case of your employment. So not only this, even in higher education and the progress that you will take place in the case of your the career as such, this will be playing a very important role. And learn to write the art of publication and foster UG research and exposure to the fundamentals of research methodology. The next advantage that the students will be able to get it is in talking about the summer training and internships. See, what is happening in the case of the summer training and internship, in the recent scenario is that some of the colleges, they say that compulsory summer internship should be done. This summer you have to go to some industry or you have to go to some research institute, you have to be there for 10 days, you have to get trained up and then you have to come out with that of your certificate. And now this has become commercial. What they do, they sit at home Okay, they go and approach a particular type of your training institute and pay 10,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees. They'll give you a certificate. You be there only for 2 days. You come back and submit the certificate. This is all said to be crap internship that they do. Okay, or crap summer trainings that they do it. But here, if you want to enter into good research institutes and good industries for that of your summer training and internships, normally they don't allow. Why? Because in the case of your industries and research institutes, they all take that allowing the students to enter into them is a big burden and a disturbance for them, because they'll be having their routine work going on normally in the case of their industry or in their research institute. They do not want the students to come and disturb it. But DBT has got a consortium of industries in an all India level, and all these industries which has been recognized by the Department of Biotechnology, there is a standing rule and a regulation that is given to all these type of research institutes and the industries that the students, when they come from the star colleges and when they approach for the internship, they should be given the permission immediately. So this is one big advantage which the other college students will not be able to get it. And there is a consortium of the industries, consortium of the research institutes, which has been recognized by DBT. And if you go to the DBT website, you can get out a list. And there is a compendium. There is also a book which is being published, which has got the list of all these industries and the list of all these type of the research institutes, which will be able to give you the permission immediately. Even if you want to go to Mumbai, you can go there, get a training, get exposed to different type of the techniques that is being present in that, which will be helping you in the case of your future. Okay, so such type of things are possible. Visit to the industries, visit to research institutes, and then field visit. If you want to go and have some field visit, collection trips, and then if you want to really go through that of your different practical exposure in the case of your fields, all this can be taken up. Okay, and successful outcomes and utilization of opportunities, and then star students for internship at the industry are recognized by DBT. That's what I said you that DBT, when you go into the banner from, or you come out from a banner of this Dbt-Star college scheme, in these DBT institutes, you know that you will be given preference to be taken up immediately. And prepare to transform college to corporate. This is very important. This is almost every student has to do it. What do you do in the case of your college? What is the practical exposure that you get? What is the experience that you will get? When you go to the industry, you cannot fit into easily. So, once when you come into that of your third year of undergraduation, you should all be shaped to fit into that of your corporate world. Okay? Transforming from college to corporate. Only then you will be able to go and join. See, there are many graduates which are coming out from all these colleges and then universities and all those things. The job opportunities, they say that there's plenty. Plenty of job opportunities are available. But only very few students are able to get the employment. Most of the students, they are not able to get the employment. Why? There is a big gap. Okay, what is this gap? The industrial expectations are not to be met by the students as such. The students are not able to satisfy the industrial needs. For that, what you have to do is that you want to take up internships, take up the industrial trainings, take up the field visits, get trained in that area so that you will be able to easily fit into that of your job market that the industry is able to offer. So this bridging of the gap can be done only through that of your Dbt-Star college scheme. Okay, so college to corporate and to understand the industrial work culture. And apart from these practical knowledge projects and other type of your exposure, you can find that the physical infrastructure in terms of the library facilities, the journals that can be given, the internet facilities, you can increase it, and other type of your the auxiliary facilities needed for that of your practicals, everything can be done through this. So improvement of IT infrastructure, library, books and journals, modern software, and then you can also learn to use the different type of your softwares like Mathematica, okay, and then R programming, MATLAB, Python, BioPython, all these type of your softwares which you can get it, and you can make the students to get exposed to such type of your softwares, so that you will be able to learn more type of your techniques associated with these type of your application of these softwares. to know more about journals and their qualitative metrics and how you are able to choose the journal, how you will be able to communicate to a journal, how you will be able to make a paper to be published in the journal, how to do a research, what is the methodology that is involved in the case of your research. All this can be done with that of your Star College scheme. And not only in the case of the practicals and then the other infrastructure and the research and all those things, you can find that the students, they should also get involved in different type of your activities. What are they? You can find, you can organize your own guest lectures. See, if you find that in a class, you all come out with an idea that this particular a person, a scientist from this research institute has to be invited. You can give your idea to your tutor and your head of the department. They will immediately, what they will do is that through Star College scheme, they can be invited, they can be made to stay in Coimbatore, they can interact with you, they can spend a day or two with you and transform the knowledge that is being present in your term. So that is possible. So you need not depend on your teacher. You can come out with your own ideas. You can come out with your own activities. Let us take up this, let us do a model exhibition, let us do a conference, let us do a seminar, let us have a conference, that is a workshop that is being conducted for the students. We are not able to do the molecular biology experiments in our biotechnology. So let us invite some people from IASC. Let them come and conduct a workshop. So once when the people who are very good in that area, okay, experts in that area, if they are able to conduct, then you will be able to gain the knowledge that is present inside. So all this is possible in the case of your Dbt-Star College scheme. So conferences, workshops, training programs, paper presentations. You can go and participate in the case of your seminars, which is being conducted in the best institutes, research institutes, universities. And students' participation in the outside is also said to be encouraged in Star College scheme. And participation of programs outside and then opportunity to listen to that of your top profile resource persons. You can invite people throughout India. And even online also, what you can do is that you can make the best experts in the case of your abroad to come online, and then you can interact with them, you can listen to them and learn what exactly is their type of knowledge that is associated with them. All this is possible. And then it is also the chance to meet the Nobel laureates. See, I have seen in India, especially in the case of Delhi and Mumbai, they invite under Star College scheme the Nobel laureates. Okay? They invite them and make them to interact with the students, and the approach of these Nobel laureates to the students will be entirely different. Okay, so that it will be a good learning experience for the students as such, and not only for the students, even for the faculty also. And then what you can do is that you can also conduct science competitions, model exhibitions, model competitions, and then science day celebrations can be done. All this pertaining to improving the scientific temper, that is the ultimate objective. How you are able to hone your skills in the case of your science. You can come out with your own programs and then you can organize it. And related science related cultural activities. Okay? See, sometimes you might be more interested in the case of your dance, drama, mime, okay? All such type of your cultural activities. But remember, oriented towards that of your science programs. Okay, oriented with that of your scientific concepts. See, I have visited all Star colleges throughout India. Okay, and I have seen in Mumbai, there was one of the college which I am saying that 12 years before, when I visited the college, we went around and then we interacted with the students, and they said that they are going to have a cultural show, and we were all shocked, because being scientists and then as an experts visiting that institute or visiting that college, what is that they are going to do? And you know, all the senior people were not interested in listening to the drama or to the that is seeing the dance or anything like that. They said that it is going to be different. Then we were all made to sit on a particular platform, and I was so surprised that students performed dance using protein synthesis. Okay, dance demonstrating protein synthesis, and then dance with that of your DNA replication. Beautifully they were able to do it. Mime with that of your DNA replication. One dressed in the case of your sugars, one is that of your phosphates, another one with that of your intercalating linkages that is being present, the bonds that is being present with the music and with that of your thing. Beautifully they were able to show how the protein synthesis is taking place, how the DNA replication is taking place. This is a good example which I am giving you. But they gave us 1 hour of wonderful type of your cultural show with the scientific concepts to be present in them. So if you are really good in that, you can come out with that. Okay, and you can make the cultural show with the scientific aspects to be present in that. Then you can also make the networking with of your other institutions. I'll give you an example of this networking. See, when our college in PSG, when we had this scheme, what I'm talking is in 2010, okay? In 2010, I wanted all my students, because we had an invitation from one of the star colleges from Mumbai. And when we put out, they said that many of the students were interested. Okay, fine. We made somewhere around 40-50 students along with 3-4 faculty, they all went to Mumbai. Okay? And they all said that it was a wonderful learning experience that they had. They visited in Rajkot, the Virani College. And after that, maybe a gap of 3 months, we had one group of students who came from Rajkot to Coimbatore to visit PSG College. Okay? So such type of your interaction taking place between north and south, and then with that of your other parts of India. Not only this is an example. So we had many sort of your interaction that is taking place. Don't worry about the travel. Don't worry about anything, because all this can be met from that of your DBT funds that is being present in that. But only thing that we need is that your involvement, your participation, and your interest that you're taking up in the case of this programs that you're going to do it. Okay. Then career counseling. See, this is another big area where you can find that students will always have a lot of confusion in your mind. What to do next? How I am going to proceed? I have done BSc microbiology. Whether I am going to take up MSc microbiology, or whether I have to change my major. I want to do an MSc biotechnology, or a computer science student. Whether I have to take up an MSc computer science, or whether I have to take up an MCA. Okay, and what will be the future that is being present in that? This is one of the bigger lacunae in many of the colleges. All the type of your colleges, they don't give you proper guidance at all. So DBT makes a point that there should be a career counseling center which is established under DBT, whereby there should be at least 1 or 2 faculty who are experts in that, who will be able to sit and then counsel you and make you to come out with different type of your ideas which you can take it up for your future as such. Okay, so encourage the vertical mobility. See, Star College says that you should not stop with BSc. You should all enter into PG. And even after PG, you can find that the students who are interested should also try to take up the research programs. So this is what we call it as vertical mobility. So this vertical mobility in the science should be totally encouraged because of this Star College scheme. Then counseling and mentoring with that of your external experts, and exposure to wide career options. And you all know that there are a lot of advancements in terms of research and in terms of knowledge that is going in the case of your sciences. So what is happening in the case of the other countries, you should try to get exposed to them. That's what the simple thing which I always give the message to the student is that think globally, act locally. What is in a global scenario that is happening in science and technology? How are you going to take out the concept that is being present in them? And how we can put it into the Rathinam college? How we will be able to put into the your colleges in the case of your Coimbatore? That is more important. So how your knowledge can be transmitted into the local. And awareness about the career options, okay, about local, national and global levels, and preference for star department students for admission into higher courses. This is another important message which I would like to give to the students. See, even if you are interested in taking up the PG programs in the case of your universities, central universities, or if you want to enter into that of your other type of your institutes offering the postgraduate programs, if you are from a STAR department, there is a standing instruction which says that the students from the STAR department should be given preference when compared with that of your other college students as such. So you will also be given a higher advantage when compared with that of your other college students as such. And then this will also be able to increase or kindle the innovation and entrepreneurship to be present in them. Because you know that Star College makes you to come out with innovative ideas. And what you can do is that you will also be able to develop innovative products, innovative technology, innovative type of your prototypes, okay, innovative type of your protocols. All this is possible because you know this is the age where your thinking, critical thinking, okay, your intellectual thinking can be bubbling in your mind because this is the right age. That's why they say that for any scientific concept, catch them young. Why should we catch them young? Because this is the right age where you can find that the students will come out with different type of ideas. See, students, with my experience, I know that not all the students who are getting the first rank are getting settled in their life very well. Okay? And not that all the students who are dullest in the class are going as a waste in the case of your society as such. Okay? Subject learning, getting marks, and then coming out with it of your academics is something different. That doesn't reflect on your future at all. But what makes you to settle down in the case of your future, it depends upon what is the type of your knowledge and how you are utilizing that knowledge and how you are able to come out to that in the case of your future. Okay? And even in my own department, you can find that there are students who have got gold medals and then who have come out with the first rank. Even 10 years before, still they are coming back to the department asking that, sir, ஏதாவது job opportunity இருக்குமா, ஏதாவது இருந்தால் சொல்லுங்க சார், நான் 10 வருஷமா வீட்டில் தான் இருக்கேன், எனக்கு வேலையே கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது. Okay? But there are students who are mediocres, who are said to be lower cadre, but very well settled in the case of your industries. What is the difference? Because what is the type of your involvement, motivation that they have, and how they are able to settle down. Okay, this is very important. And that to getting marks in an undergraduate is okay, fine. Maybe you will be able to get into PG if you have good marks. But after PG, you know that these marks are not going to talk about your future at all. It is only an eligibility criteria that you are going to have it. Okay. So your type of your product development and then innovative thinking, working models, and then there are several type of success stories that you can do it. And not only taking up a job seeking opportunity, you can also become an entrepreneur. Because with your critical thinking and the product that you are able to develop, you can also make how a new product that you can put into the your market as such, and you can also become an entrepreneur. Okay. Then become a job provider, then a job seeker, and then application of the modern technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, etc., which is said to be the order of the day. There are many things which are coming into that of your sciences, and which is ravaging the whole type of your the technology that is being present in them. You will get exposed to such type of your things in the case of your development of products. And what type of your activities that you can take it up. Okay. We were talking about conferences, seminars, practicals, projects, and all these type of your things that you can take it up. Okay. So likewise for colleges, you can find that the maximum number of student beneficiaries can be involved in them. The equipments can be that is improved for conducting the experiments as such, and strictly follow the guidelines of the because you know DBT gives you a guideline of how this effective utilization of this fund can be done and how it will be able to transform. You know that it is not going to stop with that. At the end of 1 year, you can find that your coordinator along with the principal will be called. They will be called to Delhi, and I will be sitting there as one of the experts. We will be evaluating whether you have done properly or not. Okay, and we will also be able to get the feedback from the students. Sometimes we will also have a site visit. The DBT officials will come back here. Okay, and they will be questioning the students whether you were able to get the maximum benefit. What is the type of your the advantage that you were able to get when compared to that of your other students. So at that time, when everything is satisfied only, you can find that you will be allowed to enter into your second year. And only when you are satisfied in the second year only, you will be allowed to enter into that of your third year. So what ultimately is there that the student satisfaction should be 100% available for this particular program. Okay, and all star colleges are expected to follow that. An undertaking with the administrative head of the institution is required, which is needed for conducting this program as such. And for the not only for your college, you can find that students can also try to invite the students of the other colleges, and then what is the type of your advantage that you are able to get. A part of that can also be shared with it of your other college students. You can also motivate the school students and get them into that. And the society, you can find that you can reach the farmers, the semi-skilled laborers who has been present in this area, and they can also get benefited out of it. And you can also help the self-help groups, the adoption of the villages, transformation of the villages in terms of the science and technology. All this can be done. And you can also mentor the other colleges also to take up the scheme as such. Okay. And ultimately at the end, what is the outcome. That's what I said you. Every year there will be an evaluation and a monitoring, and at the end of that they will be promoted to the next year like that, and at the third year, you know that when all the 3 years you have consistently performed well, then your college will be taken to the next level. Okay? What is that as? Called as star status. And once when you go for the star status, there will be a doubling of the funding, and there will be more advantages to the students and more advantages to the faculty, and you will be able to enjoy more in this particular scheme. So ultimately what it does, it depends upon how are you performing for the 3 years that you are going to take up the scheme as such. Next. Okay, and there are many parameters how you can do it. See, in a college, if this scheme is implemented, the student quality has to improve. You know that the cutoff percentage has to improve. Okay, the number of students getting admitted should improve, and there should be no course where there are seats which are lying vacant. And then you can also find that the dropout, the students after joining the science courses, they should never discontinue and go away. They should get involved into it, and then they should try to develop an interest in continuing that particular course as such. So the dropout rate, and then increasing the quality of the student, the cutoff percentages, the pass percentage of the students. All the students who are joining the Star College program or Star department, when you leave this portal, you should be with the knowledge, and you should 100% finish your degree and then go away. Nobody should be having a lot of arrears, and then you should not be retained in the department without getting a degree as such. Okay, next. And you can find that the main objective is that the type of your star family. See, why should we insist on the star family as such as, see, in most of the colleges, what is the major type of your problem that we face is that what is happening in one department, the other department doesn't know. Okay? What is happening in biochemistry, biotechnology will not know about it. What is happening in biochemistry, computer science will not know about it. So you know that every college, each department functions as a watertight compartment, which is not good. Why? Because interdisciplinary approach should be there. The student should try to learn even from the other departments. So that was the reason why, you know, that interdepartmental courses and extra departmental courses, all such type of your courses were introduced even 20 years back in our college. Why? Because the student should migrate from one department to another department, learn what is happening, at least the basics that is present in that department should be known. Okay, I'll give you an example. Even now, even they might be a PG microbiology student or a PG biotechnology student. When they come for the practical, if I ask them to prepare a non-normal solution of any chemical, they do not know how to calculate. They should have learnt it in theory, but they should have forgotten it. Okay? But what is the type of your mathematical concept which is involved in this calculation, they will not know it. So mathematics department can help them, physics department can help them, chemistry department can help them. Okay? And the other type of your physics, physical science students, they will not know about the basic hygienity. Microbiology students can contribute for them. So likewise, an interdepartmental approach and interaction between the students of all these science departments. Now, from this day onwards, you know that all the departments which are participating in this science, that is in the Star College program, all the science departments, you are going to be called only as a Star family. Okay? You are not going to be called as individual departments as biochemistry, biotechnology or anything like that. That is the ultimate objective of the Star College scheme, where we want to evolve you, make everybody to learn about the other subjects that is present in that. Next. And you know, everybody, you should also try to come out, each department should recognize a student who is said to be called as a star student, and then several awards should be given to them, encouragement should be given to them, prizes can be given to them to make the students to get involved more and more into this particular scheme as such. See, ultimately, why I am giving this type of your orientation program or an induction program for that is, you know, some 8 years back, we went for a site visit to one of the colleges in Erode, one of the very prominent colleges in the case of your Erode. And at that time, there were DBT officials who were there and there was one of the student who was working, there were many students who were working in the third year students of chemistry working in a lab. We just entered into that lab, called one of the student, okay, and asked them that, because that particular girl student is said to be a beneficiary right from the first year. From first year, second year, third year, she is going to complete the course. All the 3 years they were under this Star College scheme. And the question that was asked to her is, what is this Star College? What is the scheme? What is the type of your benefit that you are able to get out of this particular scheme? She was not able to answer anything. She was not even able to say, what is this Star scheme at all? And immediately, the DBT officials, they got irritated, and then they said that what is the point in implementing the scheme in such a big college where you can find for all the 3 years you have been getting funds, and then you have been able to make the students, but the student doesn't know what is the scheme at all. Now that, okay, the take home message for all of you is that you should understand what is the scheme, what is the importance of the scheme, and how you are more advantageous and more benefited because of the scheme. And once when you leave this hall and take the message to the other classmates also, you should all be very thorough that and feel proud that you all belong to this Star family. Am I right? Yes? Yes, sir. Louder? Yes, sir. Good. So the message to you is passed on. What is the importance of this particular scheme for you all? And any doubts in this or anything in that, you can ask your coordinator. Okay, your coordinator will be able to clarify all the type of your the activities that you can take up in this scheme. And if there is any sort of your flaw, sir, நீங்க இத சொன்னீங்க எங்க காலேஜ்ல இது பண்ணல. Okay, if you have any complaints also, you can find that, you can put it to your coordinator, you can inform to me, we'll be able to rectify it, because the ultimate beneficiaries of this scheme is only the students. We want the Rathinam College students who are passing out of the portals of all these Star departments. You should always be the best. Okay? Wishing all the best.
Thank you, sir, for clearly demarcating the components of the Dbt-Star College scheme. Now, let's have a short discussion session with the resource person. Students, if you have any queries, you may ask the same with the resource person.
See, any doubts, not only related with Star College scheme or anything which you wanted a clearance, any sort of a guidance for the future or anything like that, you can ask me. We'll be able to give you some sort of a suggestion which will be helpful for you.
My question, you can provide an overview of the eligibility criteria for colleges to participate in the Dbt-Star College scheme.
Eligibility?
Criteria for the colleges to participate in the Dbt college scheme, sir.
Yeah, see, eligibility is that the college should be able to run the science programs, and then it should have a comfortable type of your admission that is being present in that, and it should be a prominent college running the science program in the case of your the higher education. Such type of your colleges only will enter into this particular scheme as such. Okay, and then you have got every right. There is no eligibility for the students. Once when you join this department, you are 100% eligible to participate in all these type of your schemes which come under the Star College. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, any other, even if you have some suggestion, if you have any suggestion also you can give.
Hi sir, I am Riaz from microbiology. When can I observe all these changes happening in my laboratory, sir? When I can get these all machines? Because I am studying second year, fourth semester actually.
Yeah.
I will leave this college in 1 year.
Yeah.
Shall I able to enjoy all this? See this PCR machine, yeah. There's only one machine in our laboratory. That too a demo experiment.
Yeah.
I would like to do hands-on practice. Is it possible through DBT?
It is 100% possible, and in fact I really appreciate the type of interest that you have, and you wanted to enjoy the scheme in the case of your department as such. Okay, I really appreciate the way in which you are taking it up. You are going to be a beneficiary of this for another 1 full year. Okay, you are only in the 4th semester, so 1.5 years you are going to get the benefit out of it. You can enjoy in terms of that, and all these laboratory changes and other things, you know that it will take place within 3 months. Because the fund is yet to be released to your college. Okay, everything is over, the money has to come, and once the money comes, the transformation will take place immediately. Okay.
Good morning, sir. Myself Maurya from 2nd BSc Microbiology. Sir, can you share any of the success stories or achievements of colleges that have been benefited from this STAR scheme, sir?
Yeah, fine. See, there are many success stories, and then there are many sort of your colleges which have been totally benefited under this scheme as such. I said you that once when they are successful for 3 years, they will be promoted into the status as such. Okay. And in Coimbatore and in Tamil Nadu itself, there are 4 or 5 colleges which have been 100% they have entered into that of your status. Okay. And then even some of the self-financing colleges which have been recently entered into the status, you can find like NGP, and then the older colleges like Krishnamal, PSG, Nirmala, they were all said to be considered under the success. But you know, when you talk about the success story, because of this STAR College scheme, there was one student who underwent an internship in one of the industry. Okay? And because of this, she was able to learn the techniques that is present in that industry, and then she was motivated to do a PG. Okay? And she did a PG also. And after doing the PG, what did she do was, she was able to get out a part-time job in the same industry. Okay? And that she was able to do it in the case of your online. Not in the case of your offline, because she has to attend the classes and other things. In the evening time she took it up. And ultimately once when she finished the PG, she was able to get a job in the same industry as such. Okay. All this is possible because of this STAR College scheme. Okay. So you will be able to get the knowledge, you will be able to get a good job opportunity, and then you will also be able to interact with the other students and then improve your awareness that you are able to get among the other students as such. Okay. So there are many success stories. Success story in each and every college you can find that this will be measured at the end of 1 year, at the end of the 2 years, and more success stories should come out from your college at the end of the 3rd year. Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Muralidharan from 3rd BSc Physics, sir. Sir, what are the eligibilities and procedures for an individual student to apply for the internships under STAR College schemes?
Yeah. See, you've got several type of your physics-related research institutes in the case of India, like Indian Physical Sciences Laboratory, okay, physical laboratories, and then there are also several type of your institutes which have been recognized by DBT as such. The procedure is that what you have to do is you have to approach your coordinator, your head of your departmental coordinator first, who will be able to interact with the overall coordinator, and then you have to get ready with a letter of request which has to be forwarded through the principal. Okay, and once after reaching there, you should clearly mention that you are a student of the Department of Physics, which is recognized as a STAR department under the Department of Biotechnology of the Government of India. And we came to know that you are one of the research institutes which has been under the fold of the DBT. So we request you to give us an opportunity. If you do that, you will surely get a permission and you will be allowed to carry out an internship in that. Okay. And there are also industries, which is being a list of industries which come under this DBT. Okay. And all those industries you can find You can get it in the form of your website, or you can also have a compendium of a book, which is being present in the case of your DBT, which gives you the list of industries and list of research institutes which the students can take up the internships. You can refer to that, and whichever institute you are interested, you can apply to them through proper channel. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Thank you.
Sir, I am B. Arjun from second BSc Mathematics, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what are the job opportunities are there in the Dbt-Star scheme, sir?
Opportunities for mathematics.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, mathematics students, what you can do is that, what is happening in the other colleges is that they are now more exposed to that of your different type of your softwares. Okay? And one such as with that of your Mathematica, and then with that of your MATLAB, all these type of your things which you will not have an opportunity earlier. Okay? You can get it through that of your Star College scheme.
Okay, sir.
And another thing is that in most of the colleges, mathematics will not have practicals.
Okay, sir.
Okay? They will not have any practical knowledge. Practicals in the sense that they don't have a lab, they don't have a practical exam or anything like that. But through Star College scheme, what you can do is that you can set up a mathematics laboratory.
Okay, sir.
Separate laboratory that you can have it, and then you can try to conduct certain type of your the experiments which is related to that of your basic concepts in mathematics.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And if you want to understand really how these mathematical models are working out, okay, you can visit some of the star colleges, maybe like the RBS. They have set up a DBT Science Park, in which all the mathematical models like Pythagoras theorem, Laplace rule, all these has been displayed in the form of working models. Okay, so similar type of a setup will also be created in your college, which you can be able to get an exposure.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Any other question?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm from Department of Computer Science. Within 3 months, we are going to be completing our course. So,
Yeah.
what is the beneficiary for us, like internship or job?
You can take up a project. Okay? You can take up a project, or you can take up an internship before you complete the course, because you are going to be only a short beneficiary of this particular scheme, because you are going to finish your undergraduation. Okay? But still, the bigger type of your tag that you will be having is that once when you finish your final semester, your mark sheet of your final semester and all your certificates that you are going to receive from this college will have a logo saying that Dbt-Star College Scheme Recognized Department. So the next level, when you go for a higher education, or if you want to go for a job, that will give you a lot of value addition. That is the benefit that you can really enjoy.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, any other questions?
Any more questions?
Yeah. ஏன்னா இவ்வளோ நேரம் என்ன வந்து போர் அடிச்சிச்சா அல்லது என்னடா சார் வந்து நம்மளை வந்து லாட்ஸ் ஆஃப் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்து நம்மளை வந்து ரொம்ப இது பண்ணிட்டாருன்னு ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்களா? ஓகே, see, this is something very important and scientific. Okay, so that is the reason why I do not want to bring anything of humorous concept into this particular speech. I know to talk even humorously also. Okay, but this is said to be something, an important scientific concept which is needed to be equipped with you all when you go along or when you travel along with this journey of Star College scheme. That is the reason why it was more scientific. Okay, anything else? Shall we conclude? Okay, thank you. Thank you all for your participation.
Once again, a warm good afternoon to all those who are gathered here. Indeed, it's a pleasure for me to propose the vote of thanks in this August gathering. My hearty thanks to our chief guest of today's orientation program, Dr. R. Rajendran sir. Sir, indeed it's an honor to me because I've seen you as one of my mentor when I pursued my UG and PG, and to be in this occasion really gives me a worthless joy. Thank you so much for joining us today and clearly demarcating on all the components of Dbt-Star college scheme. I'm sure our students would be undertaking it, and faculty fraternity would be following the same to bring it up to achieve the objective of the scheme truly. So thank you so much for joining us. Next, I would like to extend a warm gratitude to the management and our beloved principal, Dr. S. Balasubramaniam sir, for having presided today's session. Thank you, sir. And my warm thanks to Dr. S. M. Sureshwar, the coordinator of Dbt-Star College Scheme, and the vice principal of our institution for welcoming the gathering, and also who will be taking over us and guiding us throughout this in the future. Thank you, sir. And my sincere thanks to the Dean of Research, Dr. KPP Sabrish sir, who has given a wonderful introduction of our chief guest, and also would be guiding us in the future with regards to all the components of the scheme. Thank you, sir, for being here with us. And most importantly, I'd like to extend a warm and heartfelt thanks to the heads of the Star family, as rightly mentioned by our chief guest, heads of the departments of our Star family, and the faculty members for having joined us here today. And my heartfelt thanks to the true stakeholders of this Star College team, the students of the Department of Biotechnology, Microbiology, Department of Mathematics, Computer Science, and the Department of Physics. It is really wonderful to have you all together here in one rostrum, and thank you so much for your patient listening. I hope you would have imbibed the knowledge transcended by the chief guest today, and would help us in achieving the goal, and at the same time benefiting to the maximum while you pursue your program in this institution. Thank you so much, and my sincere thanks to the students of the Viscom department for rendering the video and audio coverage. And as you know, there is a live coverage going on, and thank you so much for the tech support provided, and my thanks to all those who have supported for this event. Thank you one and all. Please raise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नाम